But there is some allegations of other wrongdoing other than Phala that he may have engaged in.
Well, yes, there is something like that. There is something like that.
Is this thing public? Are you able to tell us what is this additional thing for which he may have again broken South Africa's laws?
No, we don't know. I don't want to be on record as saying something that I don't quite know and understand.
But there is some allegations of other wrongdoing other than Phala that he may have engaged in.
Well, yes, there is something like that. There is something like that.
There is a controversial Phala judgment. And this judgment has the well-known implications in relation to an impeachment process that must unfold. If you were a member of the National Executive Committee and the NEC had to be convened, what was going to be your advice in light of the outcome of the court?
Well, the first thing, if I was an executive member of the ANC, immediately we hear what we already know now. I was going to say, today, let's have a meeting of the executive and we have a discussion. Because if we do not do that, we are painted with the same brush as the ANC. But if we do that and we then say, unfortunately, he has to deal with those matters and can't continue to be leading us. I mean, if you are a good organization where your Bible is goodness all the time, that's what you do. Go and deal with your matters, and you will no longer come to our executive meetings.
Am I hearing you correctly that your position would be that President Ramaphosa must be released as head of state and as president of the ANC?
To deal with that situation. Now, if you are a member of the ANC and there is somebody here who apparently has done big things which are illegal, how do you continue to be in an executive meeting with such a person? You can't. You can't. When that arises, please, man, go and deal with those matters, clear yourself, clean yourself, and then when that has been resolved, we'll bring you back. I don't even think that they met on an emergency basis. I don't think that has happened. And of course, on his side too, surely, man, when something which is not good, I don't want to say which is bad, which is not good, happens and it involves you as a leader, you go to people you work with and say, look, I am not going to be available for your meetings and what have you. I want to deal with this matter and then I'll come back when I've cleared this thing. He himself ought to be saying that. Now there's a situation, I don't know if they have discussed this as well. There is a situation where something may happen which can even see him being arrested. Now, in a situation like that, you don't want him. You are protecting the organization. Look, for the time being, go and deal with this thing.
Is this thing public? Are you able to tell us what is this additional thing for which he may have again broken South Africa's laws?
No, we don't know. I don't want to be on record as saying something that I don't quite know and understand.
But there is some allegations of other wrongdoing other than Phala Phala that he may have engaged in.
Well, yes, there is something like that. There is something like that.
But what happens after, if that were to be the case? You have a ANC at 40%. It is governing on the basis of the fact that it availed Ramaphosa as the president with the parties that are in the GNU. What must be the morning after Ramaphosa?
Well, if those organizations in parliament wanted to, I don't know what kind of deal was agreed to. The ANC has 40% and they have 60%. So it would have been easy for them to take over parliament on that basis. And if it had happened, then of course the ANC goes into opposition.
Is Cyril Ramaphosa's arrest imminent? It is becoming clearer and clearer that once Cyril Ramaphosa leaves the presidency, that of the country, he is likely that he's going to be embroiled in serious litigations because of the things that he got himself involved in during his presidency. You would mention Phala Phala and others. I mean, the fact that someone is so senior within the South African political space, that is Charles Nqakula. For those of you who do not know Charles Nqakula is a former minister in the ANC government. He's also the former national chairperson of the South African Communist Party, the SACP, which is in alliance with the ANC. So what is being said is not something that is being said by someone who's in the opposition banks, where we'll say, rather opposition benches, where we'll say, of course, it is expected that people who are in the opposition will say this type of things about Cyril Ramaphosa. So the fact that it is being said by someone who sits within the structures of power that is being led by the ANC, it tells that it is something that is quite serious, and we're looking forward to knowing that what is it that Charles Nqakula is talking about. And by the way, remember, Charles Nqakula, he is the husband to the former Minister of Defense, Correctional Service, and also the National Speaker, the Speaker of the National Assembly. That is Mapisa Nqakula. And you remember how Mapisa Nqakula spoke about Cyril Ramaphosa having lied and threw her under the bus regarding the Zimbabwe trip, where Cyril Ramaphosa authorized the trip. But when Mapisa Nqakula returned into the country, Cyril Ramaphosa denounced and denied that, and ended up having Mapisa Nqakula removed from her position. So it's something that we should watch the space for, and surely it is something that's going to be big. It is something that is going to be big, and I think Cyril Ramaphosa and his supporters should definitely prepare themselves for that eventuality, that once Cyril Ramaphosa leaves office, he's going to be embroiled in serious litigation because of the criminality that Cyril Ramaphosa involved himself in. The very same man that we're told that is clean, the very same man who preached the new dawn in clean governance, but he has turned out to be one of the biggest criminals in terms of the leadership that has been produced by this country. Thank you guys for tuning in. My name is SEKHOSANA. The name of the platform is IZWI LABANSUNDU, the voice for Africans. Remember to subscribe, remember to like, Remember to join to become a member. Remember to share the video with other people. Thank you very much. Africa.